up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Blacks in Motion right here at BVN at 8. And as always, it's your sports guy, Cliff, here giving you the hottest news in sports out there right now. And this week, I only want to talk about two things. I want to talk about an Olympian for the U.S., and I want to go ahead and break into our favorite sport, football, the NFL. So to talk about this Olympian, y'all know who I'm going to talk about. It's Ryan Lochte. Now, by now, you already know, you heard the stories. Supposedly, he was robbed. A gun was pulled on him, put to his head. He was forced to give money. He was robbed by Brazilian cops in disguise. All lies, hardly any facts. And to make it even worse, there was video proof to back up what he didn't say and see what the real truth was. But what I want to talk about a little bit is kind of on the common sense thing with Ryan Lochte, even in his interviews, line and everything. I look at it like this. If he was my friend, I'd be all the way upset. Man, how you going to get out the cab and leave your other friends there to deal with the cops and then you just walked off? And you just didn't leave the scene. You left the country. Come on, man. Come on, Ryan on GP. Man, you was a little cool, had a little swag when you came and won the award that one time, the medal, and you had the grill in your mouth and you seemed kind of cool. But what you did was not cool. And you know what? Officially and unofficially, it was uncool. And that's the reason why you lost all of your sponsorships, as you should have. And I'm not going to stir the pot too much, but guess what? When this first happened and they caught you lying, they said, oh, forgive him, he's just a kid or whatever. Yeah, the media likes to spin it like that one time, because I guarantee you, if my name was Ryan Lochte and I did what he did in Brazil, yeah, I wouldn't have just been called a kid. I probably would have been called a criminal and probably lost everything in public opinion and in the media. But enough about that. Let's get on to the NFL. Aren't you ready for some football? I've been waiting all summer, and thank God for the Olympics. We had a little something to kind of keep our palate enticed while we were waiting on the football season. So what Cliff is going to do for you this week, I'm going to go ahead and tell you which team is going to win their division, which is going to give you the top 4 teams in each conference. So to kick it off, we're going to start off with the AFC North, and I think it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why? They have the chance to set the record books on offense. You got Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, and when he comes back from suspension, Le'Veon Bell at running back. They're explosive. They have a defensive pedigree. Even when they're not that good, they still have a pretty good defense. Moving on to the AFC South, I'm going to keep it right here in the state of Texas, and I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. Look, they have a much better defense than they showed last year, and they answered a few questions on offense by signing Brock Osweiler at quarterback and getting Lamar Miller at running back and drafting a few explosive rookies. Going on to the AFC East, yeah, same old guys, same old story. The New England Patriots. It's going to be a long time before they're dethroned from that division. They should win that championship. People are healthy. Gronk is back. Edelman will be back. Yeah, they don't have Tom Brady for the first 4 games, but they still have Bill Belichick. So look for the Patriots to continue to win the AFC East. And to round out the American Conference, we're going to go with the AFC West. I'm going to go out on a limb and pick the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, a lot of people say the defending Super Bowl champ Broncos are over there. Yeah, but they don't have Peyton Manning. He didn't play well last year, but it still was Peyton Manning on the field. And a lot of people might not have realized this. The Denver Broncos' record last season was 12-4. The Kansas City Chiefs, 11-5, only 1 game behind. They got some good players coming back on defense. They got Jamal Charles on running back coming back from a torn ACL. Look for those guys to make a little bit of a splash this year in that division. Now moving on to the NFC North, we got the Green Bay Packers on a bounce back year. They get back Jordy Nelson. They've got a slim and trim Eddie Lacy at running back. And of course, they have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. If you ask me, the best quarterback in the game. Their defense, all they have to do is stop some people here and there, and they should dominate that division. Going on to the NFC South. The other team that went to the Super Bowl last year, the Carolina Panthers. That's right, still got Cam Newton, still got Luke Kuechly on defense, and they add on offense Kelvin Benjamin at wide receiver. He should be a red zone touchdown threat and another target for Cam Newton, the reigning MVP. Moving out to the West Coast, NFC West, I got the Seattle Seahawks. Now understand, this used to be the best division in football, and they will be going tooth and nail down to the end with the Arizona Cardinals, but I just think that the Seattle Seahawks have too many superstars and too much of a good defense there in Seattle, and I think that they're going to use a two-headed running back system that is going to replace Marshawn Lynch. Now, finally, my favorite division in football, the NFC East, and I'm not trying to be a homer, I'm not trying to be a fanatic, but I do believe the Dallas Cowboys are going to pull it together and win the NFC East. Now, I think it's going to be a battle with the Washington Redskins. Those guys are young, don't have a whole lot of superstar talent on the team, but they get the job done. But look for the Dallas Cowboys to come in as an offensive dynamo. You got Romo, you got Dez Bryant, they drafted Ezekiel Elliott, they still have Alfred Morris in the backfield. They have the most dominant offensive line in the NFL. Yes, their defense is almost like a JV team with all the suspensions and the lack of talent. But in the preseason, they look like they've been able to stop some people here and there. And the NFL is turning to an offensive league, and they should have one of the best. So those are my predictions for all the division winners. And if you ask me out there in the AFC, you're probably looking at the Patriots and the Steelers going for the AFC Championship. And for the NFC, it might be a close call, but we could see the Carolina Panthers and the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers, or the Cardinals going to the Super Bowl. But hey, if you listen to me, you'll probably be on the good side of right. But hey, who knows? We got to wait for the season to go ahead and play out. If you have anything that you want to give to me, your 2 cents, go ahead and hit me up, Cliff, at blackvideonews.com. You know I always want to hear you. Go ahead and like this video, and go ahead and follow us at BVN, Black Video Network. Go ahead. You won't miss out. That way you'll always get me giving you the hottest news in sports. But in the meantime, stay logged on and love us right here at Blacks in Motion.